Want to by chance open that?
No, not yet. Boys in here getting high AF. Making speaker panels for a shitbox Malibu. Speakers, yep.
Decnals.
What am I supposed to open?
The resin.
Look at this. I didn't realize you guys were this hard in the paint when you said you were doing stuff. Look at this. Big sheet of MDF.
Yeah. There's some more over there if you want to build some more speaker boxes.
What kind of speakers are you putting in there?
I guess at Kenwood's from Canadian Tire for like $50.
I wonder if I have speakers here.
5 1/4 inch. I really wish this camera did smell-o-vision, so you guys could smell this. But that's the passenger side footwell. Drying. Driver's side. Make some music so I can listen to Riverdance while I do burnouts. So you make things go straight?
Yeah. I'm the opposite of Joe Exotic.
You got no tigers, but you got TIG welding? Kyle can take a loop. So tigers and meth turn people gay.
TIG welding
aluminum. This guy's straight.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't look like complete dog shit. For dirty old material?
For dirty old shit, yeah. It got hot on this side. I probably should have waited a bit, but whatever.
Brandon, come get your shit. Teeny, you fat lord, come get some dinner. So we doing some woodworking. I'm being a handy dart with a saw. Luke's doing things. Kyle's being sexy.
Always. 7.5. I got some oil right there.
Oil?
Maybe save the drill bit a little bit. I'm gonna get my gloves because that's what I'm gonna see.
Damn, Kyle.
What's on there?
Back on it again with the metal glue skills.
I'm gonna try and find that. For that one. So I decided I was gonna start working on the brakes, and I found probably the sweetest brake line mod you could ever think of. So I took the master cylinder off, and as I was pulling off the brake lines, something fell out onto the floor, and I was like, what the hell? And then I figured it out, and this is what they had done. Yep, that's a piece of a screw that they had jammed in the brake line to stop fluid flowing through this line. And it was just in there. So I may have drove it over here with just like half the brakes. And I'm not sure if the front piston is the front or rear brakes. I'm not sure. It's a bigger, thicker line, so I would assume it's the front brakes because the front brakes probably have bigger pistons on them. But, so I drove over here with no front brakes, essentially. Brake lines. We actually have to build all the brake lines going to the back, unfortunately, and to the front because they were all rusted to shit. So, probably be here for a day building brake lines alone.
But got some brake line to start the fronts from Daddy Cal.
Yeah, and then we bought the 1/4 inch to go to the rear because it's
bigger line.
It's funny how they had the rears blocked off though. So it was just front brakes. Found out.
That's because somebody likes to party. Even though we're not allowed to say that.
And then Kyle mounted the... Oh, hang on, let me zoom in. The Hurst
roll control valve.
Hang on. Roll control.
Yeah, I don't think they were allowed. Line lock was copyrighted, I think, so. But it is a line lock.
So this roll control came from Sean Harnham, one of the drift guys, the guy who runs Spec D in Western Canada. So shout out to Sean for helping me do burnouts. Yeah, flaring the line.
Woo!
Did you put the nut on first?
The Rick flaring tool.
This was a master flaring toolkit, I think, at one point, but it's now a Rick flaring toolkit because
woo?
Because woo. Woo woo 16. That's me. Look at that. Flared the line
Yeah, but
and put the nut on beforehand.
I bent the.
And the line, this piece of line is nice because under Kyle's hand, it's already got the
little wooey.
wooey.
Yeah.
A wild Luke emerges.
So, what we gotta do now is basically make us a spacer so we have 3 inches of depth from the edge of the mountain flange to the inside of this, because it's 2.5 inches from the bottom of the magnet to this, so you need the volume.
More airspace.
Yeah, need the volume. And then this is just a rough idea where I want to trim it. We can always refine it as we go. Yeah. And then this will give us access so that we can literally just put 2 self-tappers through it if we want, or whatever. It's just a speaker box, it's not a sub box, so it's not...
It doesn't need to be airtight.
No, and it's not like it's going to be pounding and moving around.
So we can make some noise for the Vega boys.
Was it New York?
So one line's done off of the Willwood Master down to the roll control. Kyle's
Top
got a
bar bag of chips.
chip pop in a bar.
Yeah.
Got a Pepsi.
Went down to Corey and Trevor's convenience store.
Pepsi. Oh yeah. How's that? Yeah, that.
So we'll still have to build a small shield here, I think.
Oh yeah. Just to shield the master.
Yeah.
But that definitely works better coming out that side. Shout out to Daddy Cal for the Willwood Master.
I fucking hate doing brakes. I hate it.
I
got the easiest one on, and I'm like regretting it all.
I'm good at taking breaks.
Ew.
I just took a 1-ply at the store. It wasn't terrible.
Bad time though. 1-ply compared to 2-ply.
They got a good bathroom though.
They do. Their bathroom's
Was it
pretty
clean?
Nice and clean.
Was it clean?
Yeah.
That's the key, bud. That's the key.
We're still flaring lines. Like, I don't know, what is it? A couple hours later now?
17 at least.
17 hours probably.
6:57, still flaring lines. We started at 6 o'clock yesterday.
I wish.
Kyle's got 2 lines done.
2 lines, yeah.
Just dog.
Not even done yet. This one's still.
Go back to punching drywall, Kyle.
That's what I'm best at.
Unhooking it.
And the other one's gonna hopefully do a coil here and then wrap underneath and run with that one as well. It's got about 1.5 inches away from the exhaust, I guess, down there, which is probably about as far as we're gonna get it away.
Might just need to tack a heat shield down there too.
It's on the V-band, so I don't think we can. The only other option's like dump the exhaust out through the fender here.
It's got to go all the way back.
Right here.
No. Everybody on the internet will think it's cool to just
Fender dump it?
put a big hole here, but no.
No, I don't want to do that either.
I don't need.
Fully exhaust. What is the sexiest thing in the world, Cod?
I don't know. An Audi R8. But yeah, that's
3
right.
Honda Civics
With spoon
with
engines.
spoon engines.
Did you bring the? Oh, yeah, you did bring the throttle cable too.
We did.
You always gotta film me stripping.
I was getting changed.
I was getting changed. Don't tell anybody I was getting changed. So we did a whole bunch of progress, but none of it you can see because it's all under the car. But there's front brakes now, and then there's rear brakes too. There's like a little distribution block underneath there. There's rear brakes to that, so we just have to go from that to the axle, and then the axle out to the ends. But one thing I really hate is brakes. Like, I know how to do them, I just fucking hate doing it. But it's brakes, wiring, this throttle cable,
drive shaft.
drive shaft, and you can drive it.
Also, Luke's hustling on these
So you got some sound.
for the speaker pod, because you can't go bumping and going to Tim Hortons without Vega Boys. Boom, 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 I want you in my room.
Not even filming today, because it's all boring, stupid shit work, so I'm gonna listen to some 2000s dance music and just do shit. I haven't made a single video yet since yesterday. We just got the last brake line put on this thing. We're gonna steal the banjo bolts out of the rear calipers on my car because we didn't have any banjo bolts. So I'll steal those and then order some for mine because we still have to put the 88 in this one.
It shouldn't be locked.
And we did a dump run, so we got a lot more stuff. We probably locked it by accident. See again? There's definitely air in this one.
Luke's in the car, pumping and holding. Kyle's screwing and unscrewing.
Again?
The goal is to get squirt.
Again? Yeah, the goal is to get brakes. Brakes are pretty good sometimes. Alright, so I made a post saying like I was doing a bunch of stupid stuff and it's probably boring and lame and stuff, so you guys were like, whatever, let's just do the video anyways. So here's where we are. We have all four corners bled now. We have some brakes. I think it's gonna have to be re-bled, but I can't do it myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a terminal on the tank and we're gonna get the tank up in place so I can tie up all the lines going to the front, put four wheels on it, and then put it back on the ground. The only thing is it has a Bluetooth drive shaft in it right now. There's no drive shaft at all. We still need to get one made. And then other than that, I'm gonna do the vacuum lines as well up here. And then it goes to Daddy Cal to get the wiring done. And once that's done and the drive shaft's put in, it's literally ready to drive and nobody can stop us. Yeah, there's a sump pump running because my garage likes to flood in the spring. Tank is up in place. We got some excessive wire. The battery's going to be in the trunk, so the wire can just go up through the trunk. And then just to tie up the lines now. Well, there it is. It's on the ground, boys. That's pretty much everything underneath tied up. I got all the lines, everything tied up. We're going to have to jack it up and adjust some of the arms and tighten all the bolts in the back still. But it does roll now, which is great. I just still have to do some vacuum lines in the front. But man, I don't know if anybody else feels this way sometimes, but I just, like the last week I felt super overwhelmed by this project. I just, like in my head, I don't know what it was, but it was like I have so many things, so much stuff to do and I don't have a lot of time to do it. I kind of gave myself a deadline that I wanted it to be done like as soon as we could drive it on the road. And I was like, I just kept picking away and picking away and picking away, and it just felt like things weren't getting done and it was just me doing it, and it was a little overwhelming, to be honest. We kind of took on a big project all at once. It could have been as easy as just motor swapping it and then leaving the rest of the thing stock, and then it would have been good, but we took on a different engine, a different transmission, a different rear end, whole exhaust, turbo system, fuel system, like we did it all. And like there's still more to do inside. We still got to put seats in it, electronics, so there's still a little bit left to do, but we took basically the shell of a Malibu and we changed almost everything about it except for some of the suspension components. So to say the least, it was a big challenge, and I mean, this is where we are now. I apologize if this video is pretty short. It's a Canadian thing me to do to apologize for that, but so yeah, I didn't use the camera much. I mainly had music playing and the music just kept me kind of motivated and kind of like chipping things off the list. So this is definitely not complete by any means, but it's rolling again. It rolls, it has brakes, it almost has a drive line, it needs a drive shaft. And it's got me excited again. I do have to go back to work, so it'll be a week before another video comes out, and then maybe I'll get remotivated again and keep going. I gotta give a huge shout out to Virginia because it seems like I'm here almost every day that I'm not working. So I'm working or I'm here, which means I work pretty much 365 days a year. And she supports me. She's the best. So Shout out to Virgim Jam and Peace Easy. And get that V.